2017 Buick Envision 2.0T AWD. Despite producing recent flashy auto show darlings such as the Avista and Avenir concepts, Buick and its offerings have never been a substitute for Red Bull around CD headquarters. It's a sentiment that extends to the brand's new Envision compact luxury crossover, which for 2017 begins its first full year on sale. It debuted as a late 2016 model, yet to completely dismiss this China-built crossover for being bland is to overlook its sound execution within an increasingly crowded segment. The Envision rides on a platform similar to that of the 2018 Chevrolet Equinox, filling the chasm in Buick's line-up between the subcompact Encore and the larger, three-row Enclave. We've already experienced both of its available four-cylinder engines, a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter and a turbocharged 2.0-liter, and can confirm the new Buick sits in the meat of the crossover market. The Envision is within a few inches here and there of what Buick considers its key rivals, the Acura RDX and the Lincoln MKC. Yet in the $35,000 to $50,000 space that the Envision range inhabits, the alternatives also include the Audi Q5, BMW's X1 and X3, and even the similarly new GMC Acadia, among others. Easy does it. The Buick's generic, lifted wagon design quickly fades into the scenery when parked in a lot full of two-box utility vehicles. Save for its shiny waterfall grille, the Envision is almost completely devoid of visual character, especially in our test car's muted Galaxy Silver metallic paint, $395. Our particular example was a range-topping Premium 2 model, which starts at $45,885 and climbed to nearly $50,000 with its added $1,495 panoramic sunroof and the $1,545 driver confidence package, adaptive cruise control, automated emergency braking, and a surround view camera system. Premium and Premium 2 Envisions come only with the 2.0-liter turbo engine that makes a respectable 252 horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute and 260 pounds-feet of torque at 2,000, a significant upgrade over the 197 horsepower 2.5-liter. Also included is all-wheel drive, which, unlike the optional system in lesser models, includes a torque vectoring rear axle that apportions thrust from side to side to help rotate the vehicle in corners. A smooth shifting 6-speed automatic that engages top gear as quickly as possible is the only transmission offered. What you won't find in the Envision is a sport setting or paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. There is an awkward plus/toggle on the gear shifter, though, despite the Premium's high-tech chassis, including the trick rear axle and GM's hyper-strut front suspension, a multi-link setup sits out back. The Envision's tuning brings secure and obedient road manners rather than extra capability. There's 0 to work steer under heavy throttle, the helm feels direct if entirely numb, and the assistance vectored to work at the rear does an admirable job of diminishing understeer in corners. The softly sprung suspension borders on floaty, but there's enough discipline in the body's motions to keep the handling relatively neat at moderate speeds. Premium versions also upgrade from standard 18-inch wheels to 19s fitted with 235/50-sized Hankook Ventus S1 Noble 2 all-season tires, which quickly run out of grip when pushed but help the suspension smooth out broken pavement. The Envision's Insular Ride is its standout feature in a herd of overly stiff crossovers on big wheels. The compact Buick's performance at the test track was largely forgettable, save for an impressive 159-foot stop from 70 miles per hour, a good 10 feet shorter than what most similar SUVs can muster. Our test car weighed 4,067 pounds and, when full, could get you up to 60 miles per hour in an adequate 7.1 seconds and cover the quarter mile in 15.3 at 91 miles per hour. Lateral stick around the skid pad was a modest 0.81 grams, limited by stability control that can't be fully deactivated. Although our example was EPA rated at 20-26 miles per gallon city, highway, and fitted with a fairly unobtrusive engine stop-start system that can't be disabled, our aggressive driving produced a disappointing 20 miles per gallon average. Lay off the boost occasionally and you should fare better. Sufficiently nice. The Envision is slightly more interesting from the inside, albeit less premium in feel, than a similarly priced Audi or BMW. The layout is functionally attractive with a configurable 8.0-inch cluster display, as well as a clearly laid out center stack topped by a similarly sized touchscreen. Buick's IntelliLink interface with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is standard, as is OnStar 4G LTE Wi-Fi connectivity. Our car's ebony trim and leather upholstery made for a gloomy environment, but sprinkles of bright work and fetching swaths of dark faux wood on the dash and doors lighten the vibe somewhat. While its quietness was not exceptional in terms of our sound readings, active noise cancellation keeps the din pleasantly low, the muffled 2.0-liter never raising its voice through the Buick's blanket of sound insulation. At 72.4 inches wide, the Envision feels somewhat narrow, and 3 abreast seating in back is pinched. But there's ample room for 2 to stretch out lengthwise, with a rear bench that slides and reclines, along with the sizable 27 cubic foot cargo hold that converts to 57 cubes when the 60-40 split rear seat is folded. Missteps include a lack of thigh and side support from the plush front seats, a bulky, split-door center console that intrudes on your elbows in turns, and an almost illegible analog timepiece on the dash that's less than 3 inches from the digital clock in the infotainment display. Equipment levels vary considerably depending on the model, but even base Envisions starting at $34,990 come nicely equipped with 10 airbags, heated front seats, dual-zone automatic climate control, and a rear camera. The Top Dog Premium 2 adds a gamut of bells and whistles that you'd expect at near $50,000, including a Bose premium audio system with navigation, GM's vibrating safety alert seat, outboard rear seat heaters, front seat ventilation, additional power outlets, blind spot warning and lane keeping assist, a head-up display, automatic parking assist, adaptive HID headlights, and more. We'd forego the fancier amenities and pocket the savings for the Premium I model at $43,245. At that price point, crossover buyers have many choices, and we imagine many will end up selecting more exciting vehicles, if only from a styling standpoint. But for those who prefer to live life at a more relaxed pace, the Envision is an accommodating cocoon from the toils of the road.